So in this video we are going to study about mole concept. So without wasting any time, let us start the video. Hello everyone, my name is B. Aditya. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so we will start from the basics of mole concept. So first we need to know about atomicity. So what is atomicity? Suppose you have been given an element CH4, methane. So he has the number of atoms on it. So atomicity is nothing but the number of atoms in a molecule. So this will be one atom plus 4 atoms, 5 atoms. So the atomicity of methane is 5. Okay. So this is the basic atomicity. Now atomic mass. So we have 118 elements which are so far discovered in the universe of chemistry. So each element has a separate mass. Okay. So the mass of one atom of that element is known as atomic mass. For example, let us take sodium, Na. So the atomic mass of sodium is 23 grams. Okay. So I will give a table on your screens which will show the atomic masses of different elements. So please take a screenshot. Okay. So now we will move on to gram atomic mass. So what is gram atomic mass? I am writing as GAM. Gram atomic weight or mass is nothing but the weight of the, so we can write this as 24 units or 24 AMU, atomic mass unit. So gram atomic weight is nothing but the gram atomic mass or gram atomic weight is nothing but the weight of the substance, the element in grams. Okay. So in our syllabus AMU and grams is almost the same. So you don't need to worry about anything. So now let us study about molecular mass. So what is molecular mass? For example, we have been given a compound like Na2CO3. So we need to calculate the weight of this compound. Okay, the molecular mass, we'll say mass not weight. So the mass of sodium is 23. So 2 atoms of sodium, so it is multiplied with 2. Then 1 mass of carbon's weight is the mass of 1 carbon atom is 12. Then the mass of oxygen, 1 atom of oxygen is 16. It is multiplied by 3 as 3 atoms. So it will be 46 plus 12 plus 48. So this will be 60 and this will be 46. It will be 106 units. Okay. So this is the molecular mass of Na2CO3 in units. Now what is gram molecular mass or gram molecular weight? Gram molecular weight is nothing but the weight of the compound in grams. Okay. So now let us get into the mole concept. So number of moles, okay, I will write in larger words. Number of moles is equal to given weight of substance upon gram molecular weight. So this is number of moles. For example, he asked to find the number of moles for 23 grams of Na2. Okay. So number of moles, I am writing as N, is a given weight. So given weight is 23 upon gram molecular weight. So gram molecular weight of 1 atom of sodium is 23 grams. It is multiplied by 2, so it becomes 46 grams. That is nothing but 2 into 23 grams. So the number of moles is 0.5 for 23 grams of Na2. Okay. So this is mole concept. We will see a couple of examples on this one. Now he is asking to find number of moles for 2000 grams of calcium carbonate, and this is first one. Second one, number of moles for 68 grams K2SO4. Okay, so please try this one, then I will explain it on board. So the first one is CaCO3. So the mass of calcium, one atom of calcium is 40 grams, plus carbon 12 grams, plus oxygen 48 grams. So for one oxygen atom it is 16 grams, for 3, 16 into 3, which is 48 grams. So this becomes 100 grams in total. N is equal to, given weight is 2000 grams upon 100 grams, 20 moles. Number of moles is equal to 20. So for the second one, K2SO4, the mass of potassium is 38. Now 30. So the mass of potassium is 39 grams. So 39 into 2, which is 78, plus sulfur 32 grams, plus oxygen 16 grams. 16 into 4, 64. So this becomes 80, 110, 110 plus 60, 170, 174 grams. So number of moles is equal to 68 upon 174. You can simplify it. So this is about mole concept. Gram equivalent weights. So what is gram equivalent weight? So the basic formula is number of equivalents is equal to given weight of substance upon gram equivalent weight. Okay, so what is gram equivalent weight? Now let us find out. So gram equivalent weight, we can basically define it as the total excuse me, the total mass of the given substance, the molecular mass divided by the number of replaceable hydrogens. So let us take an example for that. So first let us study the concept, then we will take some examples. So for acid, it will be gram equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight, gram molecular weight upon basicity, and for base it will be acidity. So what is acidity and basicity? Let us find out. So for example, an acid is given like H2SO4. This is sulfuric acid. So the gram equivalent weight of sulfuric acid, the gram molecular weight of sulfuric acid is 98 grams upon basicity. So what is basicity? Basicity is the number of replaceable hydrogens in an acid. So here there are two hydrogens which can be replaced. In every case we cannot take the total amount of hydrogens. In this case we can replace two hydrogens with any other element in a chemical reaction. So it will be 2. Okay, so this will be 49 grams. For here we can take an example. MgOH taken twice is given. Then gram equivalent weight will be, what is the mass of MgOH taken twice divided by 2. Here acidity is nothing but the number of replaceable OH ions or OH atoms in a base, the number of replaceable OH atoms in a base. So this will be the gram molecular weight of MgOH taken twice divided by 2. Okay, so this is the concept of gram equivalent weight. Now empirical formula. So what is empirical formula? So I will show you with an example. So let us take a compound C6H12O6. This is glucose. So here the molecular formula is C6H12O6, but in empirical formula you need to take the ratio, like it is 1:2:1, 6:12:6 is equal to 1:2:1. So the empirical formula will be CH2O. Okay, so you need to remember this one. What is empirical formula? For a compound, you need to take the ratio of number of atoms in the compound, and then you need to replace it with like 6:12:6. It will be 1:2:1. So 1 carbon, 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen make up the empirical formula of C6H12O6, which is nothing but glucose. So this is an example. So this is very important, you need to remember this. So in some questions he will ask you about the percentage, like CH2O is a compound. Now he will give the mass of this one, and he will ask us to find the percentage of compound in the mixture, percentage of carbon in the mixture, percentage of hydrogen and percentage of oxygen. So using quantitative analysis you can find them. So I am giving a list of formulas which scientists derived using quantitative analysis. So you please take a note of that one. You can find the percentage weight of the elements using that one. So please take a screenshot. So it is not straight, please adjust for this one, thank you. Chemical reactions, like balancing chemical reactions. So what is a chemical reaction? Basically, I will give an example. CaCO3, when it is heated, so heating we will represent with the symbol delta. This is delta. When we heat CaCO3, it gives CaO plus CO2, carbon dioxide gas and calcium oxide compound. So this is a chemical reaction, a balanced chemical reaction. Most of the students face problem while balancing the chemical reactions. So now we are going to learn how to balance chemical reactions. First we will take an example of a chemical reaction, then we will learn how to balance it. So this is an unbalanced reaction. Now we are going to learn how to balance this reaction. So let us assume that A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is small c. Okay, so we are assuming that there are number of moles of Fe2CO3 is A, CO is B, number of moles, CO2 is C, and for Fe is D, number of moles. Now let us find out how to balance it. Now here first we will balance the ferrum compounds. Now 2 ferrum atoms are there, so we will multiply it with A. 2A is equal to 1 ferrum atom is there, we should multiply it with D. So 2A is equal to 1D. We have balanced the ferrum. Now after getting all the equations, we need to add and subtract and balance it. So CO3, first next let us balance carbon. So C into A. Okay, C into A. 1 atom of carbon into A. A plus, here also there is 1 atom of carbon into B. 1 A plus B is equal to C, 1 atom of C, C plus, here there so there will be no plus. A plus B is equal to C, 2A is equal to D. Now so far we have received 2 equations. Now let us move on to oxygen. So 3A plus B is equal to 1 atom of oxygen, 2C. And the next equation, carbon, oxygen and ferrum. We have balanced all the compounds. Now we need to add, subtract and find. So you can simplify all these equations, then you will find the values of A, B and C. Okay, we are ending the lecture here. Thanks for watching. In the next lecture we will bring the further part of stoichiometry. Okay, so with this the mole concept of stoichiometry is finished.